Good afternoon, children. Today's live session we are going to deal with the topic on parts of a flower. We have been seeing all these days on the different parts of a plant. Today we are going to see how a plant, in a plant, the flower plays an important role in reproduction. So when I say flower, you all must be thinking that it is very attractive and very colorful, right? So, and also it has sweet smell and it has nectar which attracts lot of bees and for pollination. Okay. First I have just got a flower in my hand, and you can see that the flower is nice, colorful. It is red and yellowish in color. So flower is said to be one of the most attractive and colorful part of a flower, and flower plays a very important role in reproduction in a plant. Okay. So now we will go into the details of parts of a flower. So I am going to start the presentation. You will listen very carefully, and when you are asked to when you are asked a question, please unmute and you can answer me. Okay, today we are going to see about the parts of a flower. Okay, when I talk about the parts of the flower, it has 4 major parts. Okay, and first let me tell you what are the 4 major parts. The first one is I will call it as sepals. I will in detail I will explain each and everything. Okay, and the second part is the petal, and the third part is going to be androecium, and the fourth part is going to be gynoecium. Okay, these are the 4 parts that we are going to see, and it's very interesting to notice how each part plays a very important role in the reproduction. So first let me show you one presentation where you will know how each part, I will explain each part to you. See, this slide shows you 4 important parts of a flower: sepal, petal, androecium and gynoecium. Now sepal is the green part. It is the first whorl, the outermost whorl in a flower. Okay, it's green in color, and it plays a very important role in protecting the bud. Okay, it protects the bud at a very early stage. First the sepal will open, and then the full flower will open. Next comes the petals. You all know petal is very colorful and very beautiful part of the flower, and it is also delicate. Androecium is the male reproductive part of the plant. In androecium you have one thing called the stamen, which consists of anther and the filament. Okay, next fourth one is gynoecium, that is the female reproductive part, which is also called as the pistil, and it consists of 3 parts: the stigma, the style and the ovary. Now we'll move to the next slide, and these are the 4 parts that is placed inside a flower. Now this side, on your right hand side, you will see the pistil. This is the female reproductive part. Can you see the arrow mark coming? Stigma, style. Style is a tube like structure, and then you have the ovary. So in the slide it is clearly shown. On your left hand side you have the stamen, that is the male reproductive part. You have the anther, the arrow mark is showing you the anther, and the filament. Filament is the place where the anther gets attached on top and the filament gets attached to the bottom of the flower. Okay. And next one is the petal, the colorful part, and the last one what you see is the sepal, and which is the protective covering for a bud. The next slide shows sepals. Now what are sepals? In the slide this picture is very clear. The green part that you see down are the sepals. It is the outermost part of a flower, usually small, green in color. It protects the bud at an early stage. This is the function of the sepals. Okay. The next one is the petal. Now you see the arrow mark showing you the petals. These are purple flowers and looks very beautiful. It is often colorful and it attracts insects. Now the next one, the male reproductive part, the androecium. It is the male part of the flower. It is composed of stamen. Each stamen consists of a stalk-like filament called filament and a small bag-like structure called anther at the tip. The pollen grains are produced in the anther within the pollen sac. Sometimes when you touch a flower, even on your fingers, you will see some powdery things sticking to your fingers. They are nothing but the pollen grains. Okay, this is the picture showing you the anther, the filament, and the anther can be split open and it is showing you the pollen grains. The dotted green area is the pollen grains. Next we will go to the gynoecium. This is the female part of the flower called carpel or pistil. It has two names, carpel or pistil. It has three parts, the ovary, style, stigma, and the ovary contains the ovules which will be further later converted into seeds. The ovules will be later converted into seeds, and the ovary contains all the female cells which is helpful in reproduction of the flower. Okay. Next we will move on to a video where you will be clearly seeing reproductive parts of a flower.
Flowers develop from buds. The parts of a flower are arranged in rings or whorls. They are called sepals, petals, stamens, and carpels. Let us study the parts in detail. Click each part to know more.
Okay, so I am going to start clicking each part and it will explain even more in detail.
Sepals are leaf-like structures that surround and protect the flower before it blooms.
The next one, petals.
Petals, the brightly colored whorl of the flower, attract birds and insects and help in the transfer of pollen from flower to flower.
Okay, next, stamens.
The stamen is the male reproductive part of the flower. Each stamen consists of an anther supported by a filament. The anther produces pollen, which contains the male gamete. The filament elevates the anther by supporting it like a stalk.
Okay, here what you saw was the anther. This anther, can you see, it can be broken into two parts, and inside that you have the pollen grains which will be spread. When the honeybees sit on the flower, the pollen grains will stick to the legs or the lowermost body part of the honeybee and it will be carried to another flower. Okay, so anther will contain the pollen grains which is the male cells. They will be transferred to another flower and they will get introduced into the another flower and they will fuse with the female cells to form the reproductive part or the seeds, and then they form the fruit. Okay, next we will move on to the next one, the carpel.
Carpel is the female reproductive part of the flower. Each carpel is made up of stigma, style, and ovary. A flower may have one or more carpels, together known as the pistil. The stigma is found at the top of the pistil. Grains of pollen stick to the surface of the stigma. The style is a long tube that connects the stigma to the ovary. Pollen received by the stigma travels through the style to reach the ovary. The ovary contains ovules, which contain the female gamete or egg cell. The ovary eventually becomes the fruit, and the ovules become seeds.
As I already explained, this is the sticky part of the female reproductive part, the gynoecium, or you call it as the carpel. Okay, this is the sticky part, and through this the pollen grains get stuck, and then they enter through this tube-like structure, that is the style, and they will just slide inside and go to the ovary. This ovary part only reproduction takes place. So the pollen grains, the male cells get inside, and inside the ovary you already have female cells. They both fuse together and they form the zygote. And once the zygote is formed, the ovary will start swelling. It will start swelling and it will form the seed. You must be wondering how a fruit is formed from a flower. So when the ovary swells, it develops into a fruit, and the ovules that are already present inside the ovary will develop into seeds. I think this is very clear.
Now, try this quiz on the...
Okay, we'll come back to this quiz later. Now, I'd like to show you one map. This is the most self-explanatory. I want you to see this. First, let us see the structure of the flower. You concentrate on your right hand side. Structure of the flower. Here you have given a hibiscus flower. Okay. Now, please think of the hibiscus flower. You would have already seen this red color one. And we are going to see how we can cut across a hibiscus flower and see the different parts. Now we are going to see in the form of a map. Structure of a flower. First one, let's deal with the calyx. Calyx are nothing but the sepals. They are the outermost whorl and they are made up of sepals. Next you have corolla. Corolla is another name for the petals. They are very attractive and they attract the insects for pollination. And they are made up of petals. Corolla is made up of petals. Calyx is made up of sepals. Again I repeat, calyx is made up of sepals, corolla is made up of petals. Okay. Next we are going to see about the andrecium. Andrecium is the male reproductive organ. Another name is stamen, and it consists of anthers and pollen grains. Okay. And next is the female reproductive part, which is gynoecium, which is another name for it is pistil, and it consists of stigma, style and ovary. So now till this you are very clear. Now we are going to see the most important part, the dissection. How to cut across a flower, and we are going to see how we can remove the different parts of the flower. Okay, just watch very carefully. Hello children, we are going to learn how to dissect a flower, a hibiscus flower. Hello children. We have learnt about the different parts of a flower. Now we are going to see how to label and identify the different parts of the flower in a shoe flower. It is also called as hibiscus, or the botanical name for hibiscus is Hibiscus rosa sinensis. Now we are going to see the different parts of the flower. For this is called dissection. We are going to cut open the flower to see the different parts. And the instrument that I am using is just a blade, and we can use some sharp instrument, and I am going to use today a sharp pointed pencil. Now first you take the flower and you will see the green part, and this is called the calyx. First we need to remove the calyx. This is the part which covers the bud of the flower. Okay. So we just have to remove the petals one by one. They are red in color. Outer whorl, there is another name called calyx. Okay, so we have removed. Now this part, this is the ovary. We are going to open and see the ovary, and then here it runs, the style runs through it, and here we see the stigma, the tip. Now we are going to cut open it. First, you just have to open it. Let me show you again. You can cut the ovary. Slit through it. And this is getting separated. So let me show you the style. Now this is the stigma, the tip, this is the stigma. Then from the stigma the style runs and it ends inside the ovary, and inside the ovary we have the ovules, consisting of the stigma, style and ovary. Ovary has ovules inside it. I think I can show you with a lens, magnifying lens. I hope you can see it. The female part of the flower. Now the male part of the flower consists of anther and the filament. Now you have the anther and the filament. Now I'll just show you with the lens. I think you can see it. You have the filament, and at the tip you have the anther. Anther are the sacs which contains the pollen grains. Okay, this is the male part of the flower, and the name of the male part of the flower is androecium, and in androecium consists of the anther and the filament. Yes, and the fruit is formed. Together you will label it as stamen. Next we will, and below that you will write androecium, because they are the male part, male reproductive part. So this is androecium. Next we will come to the female part, where you will keep the stigma and you will write and you will label it as stigma, style and ovary. This is the ovary, and this whole thing is called the carpel or the pistil, and below that you will write gynoecium, female reproductive part. Now coming to calyx, which we separated, it's either called calyx or sepals. You can stick this here, and below that you can write petal or corolla, and you can stick a petal. This is how you will present the dissected parts of the flower.
Okay, you saw the dissection of the Hibiscus rosa sinensis, and this is how you will present. Soon after this live session children, you can take a shoe flower, you can dissect the way I showed you in the video, and this video will be posted in your classroom. You can rewind and see the video many times. I want you to do this dissection and stick the different parts of the flower as it is shown in this A4 sheet. You will take an A4 sheet and you will do this. I will send this image also in the Google Classroom. You can do it. Now we'll move to quiz. I'd like to some of you to answer.
Flowers develop. Now, try this quiz on the reproductive parts of a flower. Read the following questions and select the correct answer.
Okay, I want Amudan to answer me. Sepals are brightly colored to attract insects or leaf-like structures that protect the flower bud or male part of the flower. Amudan can unmute and answer me.
Leaf-like structures that protect the flower bud.
Very good, Amudan. Next, I want Hannah Veronica to answer. The next question. The brightly colored whorl of petals is vital because they protect the flower from frightening away birds and insects. They attract birds and insects, or they help the flower to make food. Which one is right, Hannah Veronica?
They attract birds and insects.
Very good, Hannah. You are right. Okay. I think the
Now,
previous
try
one
this
also,
quiz on the reproductive parts of a flower.
Let me check if Amudan
Read
has...
the following questions and select the correct answer.
Amudan answered me that its sepals are leaf-like structures. Very good, Amudan. And Hannah Veronica, very good. Now we'll go on to the third question. I want Jessica Maria to answer me. The stamen is the male part of the flower or female part of the flower or leaf-like structure that protects the flower. Jessica Maria is here. Can Lydia answer me? Lydia? Lydia, are you hearing me? Okay, the stamen is said to be the male part of the flower. Now we'll go on to the next question. The stamen is made up of Neelesh. Neelesh, unmute yourself and answer me. The stamen is made up of stigma, style or anther. Yes, ma, tell.
The anther and filament.
Very good, Neelesh. Okay, we'll move on to the next question. I want Persis. Persis, unmute. The carpel is the male part or the female part or leaf-like structure?
The carpel is the male part, miss.
No, just
female
think
part.
Female part. Very good.
Female part.
Very good. We'll go on to the next question. The sixth one, I want Jonathan to answer. Jonathan, which of these is found at the top of the pistil? Anther, stigma or ovary? Jonathan is there? Or anybody else would like to answer this? Which of these is found at the top of the pistil?
Yes, me.
Tell your name and answer.
Yes, Jehosheba.
Jehosheba, tell.
Stigma, miss.
Stigma, wonderful Jehosheba. Okay, the next one. Amudan can answer this. The style is long tube that connects the stigma to the ovary or a tube inside the ovary, or it's a pollen. Where is the pollen? Where the pollen is formed. What is style?
The long tube that connects the stigma to the ovary.
Very good. I think everybody has understood this topic. The eighth question I want Lydia to answer. Which of these is found in the ovary? Pollen or ovules or seeds? Is Lydia there? Neelesh is there?
Yes, miss.
Tell me,
Miss,
Neelesh.
can I answer?
Neelesh
Ovules.
will answer now. Neelesh.
Ovules.
Ovules. Very good, Neelesh. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. Okay, next I want Deekshita is there? Deekshita?
Yes, miss.
Now you answer this. The four whorls of the flower, from outermost to innermost, which is the correct one? Come on, you know the answer. The outermost first one is sepals, right? Followed by petals, then the stamen, then the carpel. Okay. Okay, so we have completed the quiz, and I want to show you one worksheet, children. Children, I will just mute yourself. I will be sending this worksheet through the Google Classroom, right? You all will take this worksheet and you will start labeling the flower. You can see the anther here, the first arrow mark, you can write anther here. Then you have the filament. Then this side you have the stigma on top, then the style and the ovary. Okay. Then you can mark the petal and the sepals. I want you to do this very neatly and you will send it to me for correction. Okay. And also you can do this in your science notebook, parts of the flower. It says label the parts of the flower. So you are very clear and you are very sure of what you learned today. I am very glad you are all able to answer the quiz correctly, and thank you children for attending the class. Bye.